Hey everybody, Tom Signorello. We're here with Tom Big Al Schreiter for another one of our ongoing sessions out. I don't know how long we've been doing these. We got about 6 or 7 of these things in the can already. I'm really excited. And people are getting tremendous value. I'm getting folks telling me all the time how much they're gaining from this. So I'm going to shut up now and let you talk. How's that sound? Everybody, Tom Big Al Schreiter.
Okay, so today let's talk about the hardest thing of network marketing, and that is to start a conversation with people. We look at them and say, man, my friends are going to make fun of me. I might get some rejection. I don't want to take advantage of my relatives or my employees. Uh, these people may not be interested. Some people, I don't want to be a convincer. I don't want to be manipulate them and try to force them to join or buy. What can I do? So I feel good about this. So the hardest part is just getting that conversation started. Because once we get a conversation started and then relaxed, and we got rid of all the sales presentation fear and all this garbage that goes on, it's pretty easy. We can have a decent conversation. Now, for everybody watching this, what we offer people is better than what they have. So we don't have to sell it to them or try to say it has this many benefits versus this many benefits. Whatever we offer people is better than what they have. Now, was the timing right for them or not? I don't know, but at least we know what we offer. Because if you do a survey, 100 people answer the question, and you sold nutritional products, do you want to live longer or die quicker? Eh, most of them are going to say live longer. Business opportunity, you want more money in your life or less money? I didn't do very good at math, but that more money sounds better. So skincare, you say, uh, do you want to have more wrinkles and wrinkle every night when you go to sleep, or would you like to have your skin get younger while you sleep? Let me think, let me think, let me think. If you sold uh, cars for prospecting to realtors, you say, do you want to go out and try to find all your customers, and or would you rather have them come to you? Rather than come to, all right. What we have to offer is better than what they have. So that means we can get rid of the selling. Okay. So what do I say? Well, what's nice is the people we talk to, they have a mind. And here's how their mind works. Their mind has programs, so they hear certain words, they react. And you know that when you talk about the opposing football team, they react or whatever else. So people are pretty predictable. So if we have a great opening statement, we can say, hey, don't worry about a sales presentation. I'm not going to sell you. Uh, this is information just for you. You're smart enough to figure it out. You know what's better for your life and what's not. I'm just a messenger. I just want to pass this on because I thought it'd be pretty selfish of me to withhold it from you. And, could be for you, whatever. What we want to do is get rid of all that. And you say, well, I don't want to talk to everybody, but you should because if you don't, it's going to look bad. How bad can it look? Try this. Uh, you didn't want to talk to your aunt because she's mean and gossips and always makes you feel bad, makes you feel small. So you never talk to your aunt. So 6 months from now, you're at a wedding reception for your cousin, and you're sitting at the big round table, and your aunt's at the table. And your aunt says to the people at the table, I just joined this wonderful company, and I want every one of you to join on my team. And you're thinking, wait a minute, that's my company. I didn't talk to her. Oh, she's in somebody else's downline. This is awful. I feel really bad about this. I feel really bad, but it's going to get worse because now she's saying, I'm going to round each one at a time and ask if you're going to join or not. She's eventually going to get to me and, what am I going to say to my aunt? I said, well, aunt, I never did like you, so I withheld it from you and I didn't want you to succeed or whatever. Yeah, this is going to end bad. So to avoid these embarrassing situations, we probably should let everybody know about our business. Now, if they don't want to hear about it, that's good, but at least we'll never be embarrassed that we said, no, you weren't worth it. I didn't want you to succeed. I thought you looked better with wrinkles, so I look better. Let's go to work here. So what I'll do is give you a whole bunch of first sentences that you could say to disable the salesman alarm, whatever, and I'll put it all in the chat here so you can cut and paste it if you're on live. And I don't know what's better yet. I'll just send the whole list here to Tom and he can just send it out to you. How's that?
Sounds great.
And
Do it.
so that way you don't have to take notes while I talk. That's a whole lot of work. So just sit back and listen, and we'll send you the whole list word for word. So here's the first one. Uh, First one, you say this may or may not be for you. You heard that maybe 1,000 times from me. But if you just start off by saying this may or may not be for you, what does that tell them? Well, uh, you're not trying to convince me. Hmm. You don't even know if it's for me or not. Guess it's going to be up to me. If the only way it's going to be useful is if I do it, so I better look for some reasons why instead of why not. Uh, it's just an option. How cool is that? So if you just start off by just saying, I just have to remember this may or may not be for you. That's what, about 8 words? 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 words. So you might be 8 words away from being able to talk to almost everybody. But you say, I'm not you, Big Al. I don't like to talk like that. Well, let's pick some more. Here's a nice one. Do you have some benefits with your product or opportunity? Well, yeah. So all you got to do is ask the question, do you like this particular benefit? And if they like the benefit, remember, you're not pitching anything, but if they like the benefit, then you simply say, then we should talk. So how would that sound? If you're selling cars to realtors, you say, uh, do you like it when prospects come to you and say, could you list my house? Yeah. Well, then we should talk. How hard was that?
Wasn't.
All right. Do you think your faces should be your best first impression? Well, yeah. Then we should talk. Uh, Would you like some shortcuts so we don't look like we graduated from the clown school of makeup? Yeah, then we should talk. All right, I'm getting out of my league here. Let's move on. Let's do a couple more here. Let's try this. You could say to somebody who's really skeptical, like your beer drinking buddy down at the tavern, I don't want you to join. I don't want you to buy. I just want you to look. Okay. Or how about this one? You could say, nobody's going to ask you to buy. Nobody's going to ask you to join. I'm only asking you to look. Different way of saying it. That's a nice way of starting. But how about this? We'll do a little sales twist on this. We're first going to say what our offer won't do, and then we're going to say what it will do. Now, when you tell somebody our offer won't do this, that's a negative, and they say, well, you're telling the truth because you told a negative. People believe our negatives all the time.
Mm-hmm.
No questions asked. And they say, wait a minute, you're pointing out a negative, so you're a pretty fair person. So you're not like these sleazy salespeople trying to convince me. So I can believe you, which means you're going to believe the second thing we say. So what we're going to do is what this won't do and what this will do. So let's say you sell this vitamin. This vitamin won't make you an Olympic bodybuilding athlete overnight, but it will get rid of all the inflammation in your joints naturally. You say, well, that's pretty easy. Or you could say, uh, our business will not help you pass Elon Musk on the world's richest group of people, but it can, with some hard work, help you get rid of your job in 6 months, or you can fire the boss and be your own boss. Yeah. So here's another way. We could say most people, and then some don't. So we could say most realtors would like to have people call them up and say, could you list our homes? But some don't. Or most people want to lose weight the hard way, which is starving, exercise, eating funny foods. But some don't. They'd like to do it the easier way. So now you're in conversation. And you say, yeah, but I got these people that are saying, oh, you're just going to try to sell me. So try this. Say, this is just a peek, not a proposal. Oh, yeah, okay. That sounds better because if it's only a peek, I can't make up my mind. I don't have all the details and stuff, so I'll be safe. And it doesn't sound like it's going to take very long. This is one that makes them feel good. You could say, only you will know if this feels right or not. Let's take a quick look. I say, wow, it's totally in my control. You have no agenda. And I can make a pretty smart judgment. And this way I'll do something that I feel comfortable with. They're going to love that. And all we said was only you will know if this feels right or not. Let's take a quick look. Uh, Here's another one. This may or not be your style. Only you will know for sure. And they say, yeah, it may not fit my vibe or whatever, but what is it? And now we're talking. This is one that I like to say to really close friends, people that would probably join just because we pressure them to, but you don't want to have that vibe going. You say, I just want to show it to my friend because I don't want him not to know, but I don't want him to think I'm trying to influence and take advantage of our friendship. So this is a really cool way of saying it. You say, it is okay to say no, but it is also okay to say yes to this part-time business. You will have to be the one to decide that. And they go, so it's okay to say no. You're not going to be upset with me. It's okay to say yes. They love it. They say, you're a good friend. Here's another way. This part-time business is optional. You decide if it fits your life or not. Hmm. All right, I can do that. So out of all these I've given you so far, you're thinking there's got to be one I can use. But if not, let's do some more. Um, let's try this. We could start off by saying this isn't for everybody, and that's okay. I go, yeah. Or I'm just the messenger, and I know this message isn't for everyone. Oh, so if I say no, it's that's okay then. Yeah. And all the pressure goes away. They're not expecting a sales presentation. They're expecting a message or an explanation. Here's an easier way. You can say, using this product or service is entirely up to you. My job is simply to let you know how others have enjoyed it. So what we're doing is giving them testimonials of what other people have done. And they say, well, that's social proof. It must work. And others enjoyed it. I'll probably like enjoying it. It's when you start off a conversation in the right way, it's a whole lot better. Just think about dating apps or something. I'm sure you can start off really bad or really good. It's just a matter of learning options of what we could say. How about this one? Somebody's really giving me a hard time and say, and I can say, just relax. Uh, your obligation is only to do what is best for your family and not to me. And others think, well, maybe I should be earning some money for my family. Yeah, or maybe I should be taking care of my health for a family. Maybe I should be buying some insurance for my family, all right? Another way of saying this is we say, your family comes first. That is why you should see how this could help. Yeah, I guess I should see how it could help because my family comes first. They almost feel obligated. How about this one? I encourage you to look, but the choice to proceed is yours alone. They go, all right, that sounds pretty good. I can do that one too. Or how about this? If this works for you, great. If not, that's perfectly fine also. And I'm thinking, this must be pretty good because you don't care if I join or not or buy or not. You're just trying to help me. People go, yeah, I can do that. Now, out of all these, you're thinking, gosh, there's one that fits my personality and one I'd be comfortable with. I should have several of them for different situations, but I should be able to talk to any clerk I see in the mall, any relative, even that mean aunt that I didn't talk to by the wedding table. Uh, I could talk to almost anybody. Let's do just a couple more here. Uh, I can start by saying, let's just skip the presentation and just explore this idea together. They go, oh, yeah, skip the presentation. No, selling, I love that. Or good friends. Because when we start off, we're talking mostly to people we know. They're probably pretty good friends. We could say, we already know what ordinary is. This is just an option to be part of or to not to be part of the crowd. And some people are thinking, yeah, I'm an individualist. I like to stand out from the crowd. I want to do something different. I don't like ordinary. And now we should talk. Or you could say, think of our part-time business like a restaurant menu. You can take what you like and skip the parts you don't like. Yeah, you're right. Probably could do that. Or you could say this business, or of course, the product isn't for everyone, just the right people at the right time. Everybody wants to be part of the right people. Or if this helps you, great. If not, maybe you'll know somebody it could help. Now, I really like that because now they feel obligated to listen to it in case they have a friend that could help. I think it's just in the conversation. So all of these are just great little one-line openers that we can use right away. So we're not shy like I was when I started because I didn't have any. And you say, wow, that's which one of the 25 skills is that? It's just a little part of one skill. But the point is, as we learn more skills, we get better. Um, so example, just taking this just a little bit higher level. You could use this technique for objections. Now, if you've been out talking to people, which is getting experience, you probably notice certain objections are more popular than others. And I ask people everywhere I go, what's the biggest objection you get? And the biggest one is, I don't want to be a salesman. I don't want to sell to my friends. I don't want to have to manipulate, convince, uh, close people, be pushy. I don't like selling. I can never see myself as a salesperson. I'm not. Yeah. Okay, I got it. We've all heard this one. As we become pro in this business and we start learning the basic skills, we say, well, one of the better ways of handling objections, of course, there's lots of ways. We wrote a book on it, of course, how to overcome objections. But here's a cool way of handling it as a pro. And that is to handle the objection before it comes up. What we're going to do is read their mind, which is not hard because we know it's in their mind. We're going to be 100% accurate. We're going to read their mind. They're going to have this objection. So we're going to handle it as part of our presentation, usually like in the first sentence or two. And now they can't have the objection anymore. And it solves their problem and makes them feel good. So let's use this example. And we're going to use the half, HALF. And this will crush the objection. They say, I don't want to be a salesman. Don't want to be a salesman. I hope this business doesn't make me sell. So let's use vitamins for an example here. So you're going to do a vitamin business presentation to get them to join. You start off by saying, and you're from, let's pick a random town like Jacksonville, Florida. You say, half the people in Jacksonville don't care about their health. They're overweight, they smoke, they never exercise, they double down on drinking during uh, when their team plays, and that's okay. Enjoy, it's their choice. But the other half of the people, uh, they want to be a little bit healthier. They want to live longer, but it's so complicated. All they want is just a bunch of shortcuts, but they don't know where to get them. And that's where we come in. For the people that want to have some shortcuts for their health, we help them. That's our job. We just help the people that want to know some shortcuts. And that's what we do. Anyway, let me show you how this business works. And they're thinking, wait a minute, I don't have to sell. I don't have to convince my evil relatives. Yep, you don't have to convince anybody. Your job is only to help the people that say, man, I'd like to have better nutrition, but I just don't know how. Is there any kind of shortcuts or something you can do to help me? And I say, whoa, I could do that for anything. So think half the people. Uh, so let's just use one for realtors. Pick on them today.
Mhm.
So half the realtors in Nevada, uh, they think their job is to knock on doors and big people and run ads and stuff, uh, get rejection, make cold phone calls to try to get leads. And that's okay. That's how they understand the business. That's okay. But the other half, they say, man, my time's more valuable than that. And I don't want any rejection in my life. I'd rather just have people come to me pre-sold and then I can spend my time helping them. Right? And those are the people we help. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So there's no selling, no pushing, and just think half. Anyway, uh, out of all these disclaimers or opening sentences I've given, one of them is probably good for you, fits in your comfort zone, or if not, adjust it. I'm going to send Tom the whole list here and he can send it out to you. Just ask for Tom's email and everything, and he'll get it sent out to you. And this will save you from writing why I did all the talking. So with that, Tom, back to you.
Wow. I'll tell you what, that's one of our best trainings ever. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking of the ones that I love and that I love to use, and I've learned them from you. I mean, I've really enjoyed the tips that you send out on the emails. People can register for that where at bigalbooks.com.
Yeah, just go to bigalbooks.com and you'll you'll figure it out. There's a place there to subscribe to the newsletter, and you get tips twice a week of cool things to say.
Yep. I'll tell you what, I'm continuing to be one of the top recruiters in my company. I'm not saying the company, I'm not here to pitch what I'm doing. I'm here to give network marketers and people on my team or other people's teams little words and wisdom that you've learned over the last, what, 40 plus years of being an author and trainer.
50 some years.
Gosh, I thought I was old. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah, I'm
older than
ancient.
you. People tell me I was the waiter at the Last Supper. Anyway,
I
register.
like.
Go. You want to learn more, see any of the back videos that we've done together, just go to tomsignorello.com. That'll take you right to my YouTube page. You'll see all the different network marketing training we have there. Be sure to subscribe for bigalbooks.com. Get you those emails sent to you. And Big Al, you're going to send me that stuff. I'll put it here and people will be able to get the information. So thanks very much, everybody. We'll catch you next time. All right. See you later. Bye bye.